right, guys, to install our thin mill urethane cement, you're gonna use one of the Midwest Rake speed squeegees. You can use a variety of different thicknesses. For the application we're gonna do today, we're gonna use the red badge, it's 8 to 12 mils. We're gonna use a 3/8 nap, 18-inch roller to back roll. You can also use a 3/8 nap weenie roller, hot dog roller, whatever you wanna call it, and then a chip brush to get the edges. To mix the material up, we recommend using one of our UC mixers. The way it's designed is create a great vortex to pull all the materials together and get a good cross link of everything. It's got these nice teeth on the bottom of it, so in case any of the powder makes its way to the bottom of the bucket, it doesn't sit there and leave chunkies. You can get everything into all the corners, so when you pour your material out, you're not stuck with chunks at the bottom of the bucket. We pre-package everything inside of its own 5-gallon bucket. So when you take the lid off, you've got your part C, your part A, and your part B. Now you just have to empty all those components back in the bucket and mix it all together, and then you're ready to pour and do your floor. I like to give the part A a little mix to make sure you get all the pigment from the bottom of it. I'm gonna pour everything out of the part A. Everything out of the part B. You want to give these two a quick mix for about 30 seconds to get all of that cross-linking and getting together. After about 30 seconds of mixing, grab your part C, start dropping the powder in. And I'll give that a mix for another 3 minutes until all the chunkies are gone. Move it around the bottom just to make sure those teeth get any kind of the powder that dropped all the way down. If you get some powder stuck up on the side as you're pouring it, you give the bucket a little tap all around the edges, knock the powder down off the sides, and then get that mixed in. Now, just like any other coating, you're gonna pour it out in a ribbon, use your squeegee or your trowel to spread it out and back roll it. That's the goal you're looking for right there. No chunkies in the bottom of the bucket, nice and smooth. I'm not really putting any pressure down, I'm just guiding the pull. The squeegee's doing all the work. Like I said, this installs just like an epoxy, except for you get all the same qualities that you look for in a urethane cement with the ease of install and usability of an epoxy. After you're done squeegeeing it out, let it settle for a second. You can jump in, start hitting your edges with the weenie roller, hot dog skin, whatever you call it, and then get in there and back roll with your 18. Once you're done back rolling, you let the line settle down a little bit and then get on there with your sand and start broadcasting out. After you're done squeegeeing the floor out, you want to make sure you do proper cut-ins around the edges to make sure you have full coverage everywhere. We're using our weenie roller to achieve that. It's a 3/8 nap roller. Look at that wiener work. All right, guys, the system we're putting down today is our Liberty Industrial Flake System. That's gonna start off with our base coat of our Liberty 1620 TMUC. That is our thin mill urethane cement. We use the Midwest Rake speed squeegee. We use the red tab, it's the 8 to 12 mils. After we're done squeegeeing it out, we started back rolling. After we're done back rolling, we're gonna head over and start doing a sand broadcast. After our sand broadcast is done, we're gonna let this set and cure. Then our next coat's gonna be a grout coat on top of this sand broadcast with another layer of our Liberty 1620 TMUC. Then we're gonna broadcast some flake on top of that. And then we're gonna top all that off with a polyaspartic to be a little protective coat for it. Check this out. Right, after the base coat's dry, you're gonna wanna sweep up and reclaim all the excess sand that's on the surface. And then you guys will be left with a great uniformed sand broadcast look in the base coat. All right, we're getting everything mixed up right now to do our second coat. It's gonna be the grout coat over our sand broadcast. This is for our industrial flake system. This gives you the decorative look of the flake floor, but it gives you all the durability and resistance and longevity of the floor from the bottom up, having that base coat of urethane cement, sand broadcast, grout coat of urethane cement, then flaking the chip into that, and then top coating with a polyaspartic. Same rules apply. Mix the A and the B up for about 30 seconds. Make sure they get a good mixture of the two products. And then we can drop in the part C and get to mixing for about 3 minutes. We're gonna pour the material out in a ribbon like usual. We're gonna use the Midwest rake, flat stiff on this coat. Then we're gonna back roll it out with a 3/8 snap 18-inch roller. Here, Chris, catch. Again, nice and smooth, no chunkies. Check out our mixer, it's amazing. We're using the flat, stiff squeegee, just so we're pulling material. We're not looking to get a giant material build on this. It's really to encapsulate all the sand and then give a nice protective second layer for the build, and then give something for the flake to be able to bond onto. So again, no real pressure, just letting the trowel glide right over the top. This coat will not spread as far as the first coat, just because you're going over sand, and that sand is gonna drink up a lot of the material, getting in between all the crevices, between the grains. You do lose some bit of material, so make sure you account for all that in your spread rates. So this is not like a traditional urethane cement where you gotta mix it up and get moving. You've got like 10, 15 minutes before it's kicking off on you. You've got about a 20, 25 minute pot life. When it's on the ground, you've probably got about 35 minutes or so to manipulate and work with it, with back rolling and broadcasting. We pre-package everything in our 5-gallon buckets. If you guys got a large floor and you want to be hitting more square footage per mix, by all means try a Hippo mixer, try any kind of larger mixing apparatus. It'll work just fine. All right, after you've squeegeed out all the product on the floor, you've back rolled it, let it rest for a minute so you get all the lines to kind of disappear and fade out. Start throwing your chip, do a broadcast. We recommend between 5 and 7 square feet per pound. Do a full broadcast to refusal. And after this, we'll top coat it with polyaspartic. We pre-package every kit in its own 5-gallon bucket. That doesn't mean you have to use a new bucket every single time. We like to use the buckets 2, maybe 3 times before we get rid of them and start with a fresh bucket, but that leaves you with a lot of empty buckets on the job site. So when you're doing a sand broadcast or a flake broadcast, you already have the buckets on hand to be able to fill and broadcast out of. All right, just got done doing our broadcast. Full flake to refusal. Once this is all dried and cured, we'll scrape it, vacuum it, clean it, and get a polyaspartic top coat on it. Stay tuned.